All right, guys, so I'm going to address a common issue, or a common question, I should say, that people ask me all the time. And that is, why has BMW's reliability gone so far downhill in recent years? So yeah, we're going to talk about that just a little bit. All right, so one of the big things is brand desire to make the owner, the car owner, bring the car back to the dealer to get serviced, to have anything done. If you don't know, the way a dealership works is they make all their money from service. Their service department carries the dealership, not the sales. So they're wanting that to happen. Now, we've seen this with Tesla before, and they actually got sued because they were doing that. If you want to bring your car back to the dealer to get serviced or whatever needed to be done, they would lock you out of fast charging. We've seen Tesla go after YouTubers and sue them for telling their secrets, right? So trying to monopolize your brand is not really a good idea. That's just going to piss off everybody that owns them. That's a big one. The next thing is extreme amount of parts, plastic parts in particular, used on these cars. This is not a BMW only problem. This is every car manufacturer started doing this. You know, you could mold the part out of plastic for pennies versus making it out of metal, which costs a bunch of money. The worst part about that is plastic parts don't last, especially on engines. So now we're seeing you have to replace the valve cover, all the sensors get bubbled and blistered and deformed. Water pumps of plastic parts fail. That's getting to be just a common issue. And the next issue is using quality plastic parts and the European or Germany's obsession with using recycled plastics. Germany passed laws, I don't think it was very recent, I think it was around 4 years ago, where those manufacturers must use recycled plastics. Now, when the cars are produced here in South Carolina at that BMW plant, that rule carries over, right? So in theory, they could make parts here out of regular plastic that would hold up a lot better, like Toyota does. But I don't know, I guess BMW doesn't want to do that. I don't know what the laws are on that exactly. That is an issue. However, BMW is not going to stop doing that because there's good profit in that. Using recycled plastic, you could buy that a lot cheaper than plastic pellets used to form regular stuff. That's a huge issue and a huge thorn in BMW's side they're not willing to part with. I guess they really can't part with in whole. It does all come back in part to BMW's desire, just like every other manufacturer, to make as much profit as humanly possible. Which that also stems from the European side of it. Those countries are tax to the max. Every single thing, everything you do, they're going to tax it. Well, that makes a car manufacturer, any manufacturer, have to grab more money to stay in business. And you know, we've seen that here in past years. Everything went to China, all our manufacturing went to China. A lot of that's coming back now because we lifted some of the harsh taxes on that. There is a huge crisis in Europe with that whole situation. And Europe has not been doing well economy-wise in the last 10 years, maybe even more. You know, they've adopted a lot of what we call California tendencies, which are borderline socialist tendencies. The we'll tax you to the max, the government's going to take care of you, don't worry about it. This video actually might get demonetized. We'll see though. But that's what's happening over there. So everybody's paying massive amounts of tax, the government's going to take care of you. Well, in conversations we have with fellow or good European friends, I live with two of them right now. Two of them stay at my house right now. And they pay so much tax on stuff. Yeah, they get free health care, but you're not getting free health care. We had this conversation with Dean already and a lot of other people. You pay so much tax, it's not free. You're actually paying more for healthcare in Europe with your free healthcare than you would be here. So there's a lot of issues all wrapped up in this big ball of mess with BMW. So in getting back to it, a lot of the problems, without straying too far away, it's crawling on me, there is an issue with that. A lot of Europe's obsessed with this recycling thing. We recycle here, I understand that, but that's to a whole new extreme. That is also affecting Audi, Volkswagen, Mercedes, all those companies. It's affecting quite a bit. And I'm afraid unless something changes with that, we're not going to see any reliability added to the BMW lineup. If you guys remember here, California tried to adopt that tax on the beef because the cows fart a lot, right? And pollutes the ozone. They got that. Germany actually passed that. They put that tax out. So they get taxed on beef for that. There's issues. There's really bad issues. I don't know what to say about it. Luckily, we still have our E39s. Our E60s and E90s aren't too bad. But that problem progresses into F30, into F10 stuff, and newer. So I really don't know. You know, what's the solution for it? I guess better leadership over there. Somebody, I don't know. It's not going to change. Let's be honest. It's not going to change. BMW's probably just doomed. But you never know. Anything could happen. Let's hope it does happen. The brand gets saved and goes back to normal and becomes somewhat reliable again. That's going to be it, guys. This is a weird video. Hopefully you liked it. That's my opinion on it. Those are facts we found on the internet. That's what's spawning all this issue. People talk about this issue a lot. I thought you'd like to know. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day.